The Rise of Aksum, Chapter 12, Section 3. Essential question: why did trade become important to Aksum? Aksum arose in the Horn of Africa, which is this area right in here. And this location ended up being very beneficial to Aksum, especially when you consider trade, because they had access to the Nile River, which is right through here. They had access to the Red Sea, which is right here, the Indian Ocean, which is right here, and then if you go up the Red Sea, then you're going to hit the Mediterranean. So they had all these really great accesses to waterways that were beneficial for trade. And this is really ideal for exchanging goods. And they exchanged goods from people from Egypt, from Persia, from Africa, from the Eastern Mediterranean, and from Arabia. And Arabian traders also had trading posts here. And they would set up trading posts right along these coastlines right here. Aksum becomes what you would call a trading hub. And a hub is the center of something. Like a lot of trade is happening there. It is the center of trade. A doulis is a city that becomes the main trading port. So this would be a main trading hub. They traded things like salt. We've learned a lot about salt in the chapter of Africa. Ivory, cloth, brass, iron, gold, glass, olive oil, and wine. And they also traded animals such as giraffes and elephants. A trading nation. In 325 AD, Enzana rises to power and takes control of a trading colony off the coast of the Arabian Peninsula. And this is important because it shows that they're kind of growing and moving out of just what is their traditional Aksum kingdom. King Enzana is also interesting because he converted to Christianity during his reign, and he made Christianity the official religion of Aksum. There is a picture of his crown on page 351, and it is a Christian crown from the kingdom of Aksum, and it kind of looks like that there is a cross on there. So what happens is that during this time when Enzana rises to power, the Aksum expands along the Red Sea. The kingdom controlled a large trading network, and we will look at this map more closely while we're in class, but you can see all these trading routes that Aksum actually controlled. Aksum's achievement. They have a very interesting culture in this area because it is blended of Africa and southern Arabia. And one interesting piece of artwork that you would find all over this kingdom is the pillars of Aksum. They were placed all around the country, and they were carved from a single piece of stone. Instead of like layering stone on top of stone, they actually carved it from one piece of stone, which is crazy because I don't actually know how they got it to stand upright. They were 100 feet tall, and they celebrated great victories. So ask yourself a question as to why they would make a huge pillar to celebrate their victories. What do you think that this accomplished? Aksum's achievements continued. Their written language was called Ge'ez, and that's kind of a funny name. It was brought over by Arabian migrants, and it became the basis of 3 languages that are still used today in Ethiopia and Eritrea: Amharic, Tigrinya, and Tigray. Something that they did to adapt into these areas, farmers built terraces to adapt to the rugged landscape. So you see these terraces, these are terraces right here, because you can't really farm on a sloped piece of land. So they would build up the land and form these terraces and farm there. And this actually helped their population and helped them grow as a kingdom. All right, don't forget to read this section, take your notes, and please take your notes in Cornell format. That is very important. We will have a Kahoot tomorrow in class to review and to see how much you have retained. Have a great night.